My name is Terry, and you're watching Terry Tells the Story. A team led by astronomers at the University of California, Irvine, reports the discovery of a new Earth-like exoplanet orbiting a star about 25 light-years from our solar system in our home Milky Way galaxy. This discovery was announced just 2 days ago. The discovery adds to the growing list of exoplanets that may be hospitable to life. The lead author of the paper, his name is Paul Robertson, he says that this is really exciting because of the proximity of this planet to us. Now, 25 light years may seem very far, but our galaxy is about 100 light years in distance. So imagine you're at a store. You're low on cash and you come out to be $1 short of the total. You'll probably have to put something back. But if you're only 25 cents short, the cashier is a lot more likely to just let you slide. Our whole question for decades was, is there life outside of our own here on Earth? But this new discovery confirms that there could not only be extraterrestrial life in the universe, but that it might be in our own galaxy, our next door neighbors in cosmological terms. The planet is called GJ3378b. Doesn't really roll off the tongue, but maybe you could come up with a better name for it. It's roughly twice the size of Earth. It sits inside its host star's habitable zone, the Goldilocks region, around a star where a planet receives just the right amount of solar radiation such that water can exist in a liquid state on the planet's surface. This super Earth gets about 90% of the radiation from its host star as Earth gets from its sun. So if we go back to our money analogy, consider the amount of radiation we receive from the sun as $1. This planet receives about 90 cents worth of radiation from its big star, meaning this planet could actually be a tiny bit more habitable than Earth. Now, Robertson and his team made this discovery using the Habitable Zone Planet Finder on a telescope at an observatory in Texas. This is extremely significant in the search for extraterrestrial life. Imagine you're at a large family gathering, and when you leave, you accidentally leave your cell phone behind. One of your relatives takes the phone home with them for safekeeping, but you don't know who. Without your phone, you're forced to drive from house to house one at a time to find out who has it. But if you could borrow a phone from someone before you left, you could call and ask who has it, then simply drive straight to their house, saving a tremendous amount of time. That's what the search for extraterrestrial life is like. It's entirely likely that we are not alone in the universe, but if we have to travel to every planet to check, we'll never find them. The Habitable Zone Planet Finder device gives us our best chance for finding life because it allows us to scan multiple planets at once. So, now that we've found this habitable planet right next door, could we be expecting a visit from our neighbors soon? Well, the short answer is no, and here's why. Remember when we said that this planet was roughly twice the size of Earth? That means that their gravity would be roughly twice what we experience here. The weight of the rockets we use to leave our planet are already about 90% just for fuel, and 10% for everything else. Adding more fuel would just add more weight, requiring even more fuel to lift the weight of the fuel you just added. Now, I can hear some of you asking, well, Terry, why do they have to use liquid gasoline? Why can't they use wind or solar? Well, solar panels and batteries are great at generating energy, but energy alone does not create thrust in a vacuum. You need mass to throw out the back of a rocket. Electric cars push against the ground using the friction of their tires. Electric planes use propellers to push air behind them. But in space, there is no ground or air. There's nothing to push against. It's entirely possible that there are many planets with hyper-advanced species much smarter than our own, but they would need to be smaller or about the same size as Earth. Otherwise, no matter how smart the alien race was, they couldn't achieve liftoff because their gravity is literally holding them down. So what do you think? If you were given the opportunity to name this new planet, what would you name it? What if the inhabitants of this planet are looking at Earth through their own scanners and thinking, wow, this planet has liquid water and a warm atmosphere. It could actually contain life. Join me tomorrow when we tackle just that question. But the Spanish phrase for today is la claridad. La claridad. And what that means is clarity. If you like this video or you learned something new, drop a like down below. If you have a specific topic that you'd like to see me cover, drop me a comment. And if you'd like to support this work that I do, there will be a link to the Cash App in the description box below. We'll see you next time.